All right. Good morning, everybody, and happy Juneteenth. This
Happy
is
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Yes. I have my guest here in the studio for our first live recording. I'm so excited to have Lakissa Barner here with us. Our subject today is going to be on dating after 30, dating with children, dating as a mother, all of those things. And so I'm going to have her introduce herself a little bit for those who don't know her. Just say whatever she wants to say about herself and her story, her experience, and then we'll have some questions.
Hello, my name is Lakissa. I was an Army brat. My dad ended up retiring here on Fort Riley, Junction City. I have 4 children, 3 of which are grown. And I call her my little surprise blessing. She's 9. And then I have 3 grandchildren. So imagine dating with 3 grandkids at almost 50. I can't say I've had a horrible experience. I've had some horrible experiences, but overall it hasn't been too bad, only because I've learned to set boundaries and keep them. But previously I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have a standard.
Yeah.
I just was dating to be dating, and I was dating just because I wanted to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now, as I grow older, at almost 50, I'm 47, so almost 50 years old, with grown kids, still a younger one, and 3 grandchildren, I feel like there's a lot more I need to do. Like, I need to learn, and I had to learn me as well. Because there was a lot of
huge.
things, yes, because there were a lot of things I was accepting from men that I knew daggone well that I should not have been accepting in my life. I knew better. And then I feel like as Black women, we are taught struggle love.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Like ride or die.
We're taught hold him down no matter what, no matter if he's cheating, if he's disrespecting. Well, cheating and disrespect is the same thing. No matter what that man does to you, well, at least you have a man.
Ooh.
Does that make sense?
Girl, yes.
Like I feel like that
the
we
mentality.
are. Yeah, I feel like we're taught that as Black women, and that's not fair. And once we come out of that mindset, we'll be better.
Yeah,
we have to learn who we are, and we're also taught that if we have a standard, we're gold diggers.
High maintenance.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not the fact that you're high maintenance because you can maintain yourself.
Yes.
You were doing those things before you met him. And you're going to continue doing them if he stays or leaves. So you just have a standard. You just want him to have what you have, if not, or more.
Respect you.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's beautiful. And I think the part that you said about knowing yourself, like a lot of times people are not honest. Yeah. I think that's first and foremost, they're not honest about what they even want. Right. So then they're not even saying what they want, which is first and foremost, especially at this age. So I guess as far as saying what you want, like how long do you wait? Or, you know what I'm saying, for this person, or if they just have potential, maybe they're not quite there yet. What would you say? Like, should you wait? Should you not wait? And why or why not?
As far as waiting and telling them if you want a relationship or not?
No, because you're obviously in a relationship, not saying you, but for people who are in a relationship, and if you want to share that, that's up to you whether or not you're in one. But just, if they can see this person is not quite where that they want to go, maybe their goal is marriage, maybe their goal is engagement, maybe whatever. So if they know this person they're with is not quite ready for that, how long are they going to wait for that?
You shouldn't wait.
So, but doesn't it take time to get there? Like, you don't know this person.
But if you know what you want from the beginning, and that person is telling you, well, that's not what I want, I don't want a relationship, I'm not looking to marriage, then there's no point in either one of you wasting time with one another.
Okay, so you're saying the goal needs to be the same from get-go. That part I can get. But what if the goal is the same, but you just, at some point, you're like, this might not ever happen?
Oh, that just happened to me recently.
Like that, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I was seeing this guy, and we both were, we're just having fun right now. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to, And I told him that, and he was like, well, that's not what I want. I was like, okay, that's fine. And left him alone.
You just cut it off?
Yeah.
Oh
because I can't make someone be what I want them to be.
You were honest about that. You know how much heartache that you just cut out for yourself?
Yes, I do.
That's beautiful. Some people just be hoping and praying and wishing that this person's going to change and I'm going to be the one to change their mind. But they said what they wanted already. You just didn't listen. Okay, so one of my other questions is, do you believe you can still be friends with somebody that you loved before?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Me and my ex-husband, I've been married twice. Lord Jesus. Married twice, divorced twice. That's probably why I'm not in a rush now. But me and my first husband, we were best friends. We are the best of friends.
Okay.
My second husband as well. We're the best of friends. I can call either one of them and talk to them about anything.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You probably really know him. Maybe y'all both have grown over the years.
And I don't have to deal with their mess anymore. So.
That part. Okay, so what do you think about types and preferences, and how important is that?
Lord have mercy. 20 years ago, I had a specific type. Over 6 feet, dark skin, just he had to be daggone perfect. Idris Elba.
Right.
Now it's so much. Yeah, honey. It's just it's crazy. Once the older you get, that type starts to change.
True.
You still like what you like. But you start to see, instead of that physical, you start to see the inside of that person. Because like with me, I can hold a conversation with anyone. I dated a guy that I would have never in my lifetime expected to date. Only because we held a conversation and he was a sweetheart. Things didn't work out, but like, it was amazing. And he was like high yellow. And I don't like yellow men.
And I think conversation is what draws a lot of women. I'm speaking for myself. Like, some people think it's always the outward, but if you can have a conversation, you can make me laugh. Like, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And I think some people focus on the wrong things when it comes to. But you cannot be. You can't say, oh, it's just about the heart. Like, when you go look for a car, you don't say, oh, let me check the engine. Like, you looking at the car if you like it. So let's be real about that. People don't take into consideration the attraction part. Like, that is huge. It's a huge part of any relationship. Some people like to put it down as number 10. No, you have to be honest. Not. That's why some people cheat, because they were never attracted to you. That y'all should just stay friends. Like, that's it.
I agree with that. Yeah.
You know, and I think people underestimate that, especially spiritual people that try to say, oh, you know, look at that heart, look at that spirit, you know, all of these things.
If I can't get past the face, I don't know about.
There's got to be an attraction there, and I think, that's definitely underrated. All right, so like, what advice would you give, like, for all of our listeners, because we have so many friends, like, we have personal friends, we know people that are in this same situation. Some of them may have just gotten out of a long-term relationship. Some of them, you know, may be iffy about getting into another one just because their heart's been broken.
Do what you need to do for you. Take your time. If you're not ready to jump back out there in the dating world, don't do it. Don't do it. Take time to get to know you single.
Yes.
You have to know who you are, as other than being a mother, other than being a wife, a daughter, a sister, you know, or, you know, as a man as well. You have to get to know who you are.
Yeah.
Don't jump in just because society says, hey, you're supposed to be married by a certain age. You're supposed to have kids by a certain age. You're supposed to have this, you're supposed to have that. No, take your time. Do what you need to do for you.
Who makes these rules anyway?
I don't know.
Like, you have to buy a house by this age. You know, like, oh, you eat eggs for breakfast, or pink is for girls, right? I like blue.
Right.
I eat eggs at night. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But we're raised with these, you know, oh, this is the goal. Like, we bought a house, you know, it's a post for, and it's an accomplishment. Let's not try to down, but it is an accomplishment to own anything.
If that's what you want to do.
Exactly. But if you've been there, done that, sometimes it's just like, I've owned more than 2 homes before in my life. So it's not, you know, it's not the goal. But anyway, I just think if you forget about all these rules that society places on us and focus on what you have going on, girl, and those stereotypes that we was talking about, just our preferences. And I feel like I used to think I had a type too.
Me too.
You know, but now that I look back over my dating history, it don't match. It does not match at all. But I have learned so much. I think more so about myself than I have, because a lot of times we allow things to happen because we feel like we're helping. And I think that's the mother in some of us, and maybe it's just a nurturing part. And that's the part that I had to learn. Somebody's taking advantage of you, girl. You're not helping.
Because women are natural nurturers.
Yes, absolutely. And so I think if somebody really cares for you, they will listen. But only if you say what you mean. You know, and a lot of times people don't say what they mean. Women, let's just... Anyway.
We don't, because we want so bad to be... And some of us say we don't care about anybody liking us, but some of us, we want to be liked so bad by everybody that you're willing to conform who you are.
Yep.
To match certain things
and hide your true opinion, even and your feeling about something, just to make the peace or be that people pleaser. And so that's kind of what I've been on lately, is just being transparent, and I've been expecting that from everybody else in my life as well, and it has helped in so many areas, just even with my kids, you know, just being honest with, hey, this is what we're working with this week. When they ask me for something, any other time I try to white hat, mom got it, but this week, listen, You know, I don't have it this week. Oh, it's all right, Mom. You know, don't even worry about it. I'll do. And so it also creates opportunities for them to figure it out.
Absolutely.
For one,
absolutely.
you know, and for two,
yeah.
it's exhausting to try to be everything.
You can't be.
You know, when you have, you know, sometimes you just have a bad week, and they're not babies anymore.
Some days you just take a shower and you just cry in the shower. That way, no one knows you're in there crying. Like when you come out like Superwoman again.
Exactly. Yeah. And I guess that's okay too, because we don't like showing our kids that side of us, or anybody for that matter. But why do we do that?
Because I think we were taught that. Always be the strong black woman. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I don't want to be that anymore.
I don't want that. I want to live a soft life.
Right. Somebody come hug me. Tell me it's gonna be all right.
Yes.
I need
want to live
help.
A soft life. I don't want to be strong anymore.
Independent women.
Golly.
Yeah.
And I started therapy last week.
Okay.
And talking to my therapist, she was just telling me, when you set your boundaries, keep your boundaries. Mm. And she also was telling me there's so many black women who are have high functioning depression.
That is true.
You know, and it's crazy. And she was like, black women specifically, because we are taught to carry everything.
You may not realize
to carry
that's
load.
What it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depression.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always look sad.
No. Oh, not at all.
And I commend you on starting your therapy.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Sometimes that's just the hardest part, is getting started.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then talking about it. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's good. I started last October, I want to say.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I can tell the difference in the way that I react to certain things that I would have reacted to differently some months ago. Yeah. Because the things haven't changed. The situations, some of them are the same, and they probably will be forever. But the way I'm dealing with it, because I'm realizing I can't change nobody. I can't change the way people feel about me. I can't change any of that. But I can change me. I'm not about to start going into this whole spiral again. You know what I'm saying? And when you can catch yourself, it's like you winning, you know, because you are in control of even your own desires and emotions.
Absolutely.
Like, that's like an accomplishment. It's a good feeling, even if it's a small thing, like don't eat those chips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's working on you and just being aware, being conscious of your own, you know, insecurities. Because a lot of times people want to say that they're so secure, and then all of us have insecurities.
Yes, we do.
And that's okay.
We do. Own them.
Okay.
Own them.
Yep.
And one thing I've learned about myself as well, in the past couple of years, I'm starting to hold myself accountable. Like before, I'm like, I'm not wrong. That's you. I don't do anything wrong. I'm perfect. And now I'm going back to realize, like, some of those friendships that did end, it wasn't just that person's fault. Absolutely. I played my part.
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm learning to hold myself accountable. I am. Now, one thing it's still hard for me to do is apologize.
Yeah.
That's
well, we just gonna start talking again. That's all you gonna get.
And that's it. That's it. What you doing? Yeah, honey, I don't know that.
We good now. Okay.
Yeah, that part that's still difficult, but I'm learning. Yeah.
It is hard because, you know, pride, just the fact that you might not have been all the way wrong, but you were partly wrong, and you just don't want to admit that. And then sometimes just saying, some people over apologize, even in conversation. Like every time you look around, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for? You know, it's actually a bad habit. I've learned that some people have.
That's a trauma response.
Just over apologizing. Yeah, you have to be careful with that, especially in the workplace, because then people don't respect you. They don't respect anything you say. Even in emails, like all of that. Professionally speaking, you have to just, you know, say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Just say, "Thanks for letting me know," or something like that. Yeah. You know, but back to what you were saying. This is a subject. I don't know if we can cover it all in a day, but it's just like, you know, our personal stories. Sometimes we're so hesitant to just put it out there because sometimes it involves other people and it's not just our story. Yeah. And so a lot of times because I'm thinking about writing a book. I met some people at Juneteenth when I was out of town. They were having an event and they had a stand where publishing for Amazon oh my gosh, I was so inspired when I left there because I always thought it was way more expensive to publish a book. So that's been on my list of things too. But the fact that because I'm like, can I say people's names? Like, is it illegal? Like, I didn't know because it's not just my story. Right. But my point in saying that is I think we should get rid of some of the taboo of like talking about our relationships. Some people say keep everything to yourself because people in your business or whatever. Yeah. You know, when y'all in public, everything is, you know, together or whatever. No, I'm not okay with this.
Not at all.
We're not finna act like it's okay. I mean, not saying you got to go down the street or even go in Walmart yelling at each other, but I'm saying if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
And I can't stand that. Why are you talking to people about, no. Because I want to, because I need to. I need to talk to somebody other than you.
Yes, exactly. So I keep
about
talking
what
to you,
is
something
happening.
It might go bad. So yeah.
Right. Because I don't know sometimes if I'm thinking right. I need somebody to bounce it off of, a sounding board.
And sometimes you just want to vent. You might not want the advice.
Exactly.
You just might want to vent and get it out. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I feel better now.
It's so important to have girlfriends and
it is
friends that you can trust that don't judge you or cut. Because sometimes you like family. Sometimes they'll cut your significant other off because of what you told them. So you might not always want to use family because they're gonna be biased to you.
See,
but y'all done made up.
I'm that friend. I'm that friend. Once you tell me he done did you wrong, y'all, I don't care if y'all get back together. I still don't like him.
Yeah, I'm tolerating him now for you.
I will tolerate, but I'm like, I guess. Yeah.
Depending on what it is, absolutely. Because I'd be ready to go to police. Like people probably think I've been abused before. How strongly I feel about women that are like, I'm ready to, get him gone for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that he's punching you in the face.
Oh,
because he'll be gone tonight. And I feel like that about it. And so I've always wondered if I should use that passion for people that have been abused. But a lot of times they won't talk about it. They won't tell you, and you can't make them tell you.
Nope.
So,
and it's not even just the physical abuse. There's emotional abuse. There's financial abuse. There's all different types of abuse.
Financial abuse is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's where the independent women come in. Like, I feel like you need to have your own stuff, so now you can be with him because you want to, right? Not because you need to. Yeah. So it's sad, but some men use that over you.
Yeah, they do.
Absolutely.
They hold over your head. Well, I'm doing this. I got to come to you when I need tampons, pads, or
everything.
Pantyhose. Like, oh my, look, wait a minute now.
Right, and not even that. Like the fact that you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you wanted to leave, it's
and that's why I'm so thankful for my parents, because when I left both husbands, I went right on back home. Both times. I know they were probably sick of me.
But
I was like, hey, I'm back.
It's so
Daddy was like, again? I said, well, hey, listen.
you his baby. He don't care.
Right.
But that's beautiful, and that's important too. Parents, siblings, the whole support system.
Absolutely.
Some people don't have that, and people take that for granted. I think, not saying you, but I think just when I see people and their moms and their sisters and how close they are, I love it. Because again, everybody doesn't have that, and it could be a variety of reasons. It could be religious reasons. It could be, old family secrets that don't nobody want to tell. Yeah. It's just the enemy just trying to put a wedge between. Because I used to believe, family over everything and all of that, but I don't know.
Sometimes that's not always the case.
It's not always
because in some cases, anybody else in the world will. Yep. And it's sad to say, but it will happen.
But a belief is just simply a thought attached to a feeling is all it is. And that can change based on your experience. Because you may think, well, this would never happen until it does. Yeah. Or these people would never do me like this until they do. Now I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So, but we have been all over the place today with this subject. But I think, just the fact that you're so open and just so that's love. That love comes in helping the homeless man. Just sitting here talking to each other. Love is not always romantical, and I think we need to say "I love you" so much more often than we do.
Absolutely.
To people in our lives, because it's so important.
It is.
And people want to just scream, Jesus and church and all of these things, but they're not even representing love, which is what God represents.
Absolutely
and
correct.
I think that's what's missing.
I agree
so
with you.
yeah, we're here to spread that, and thank you so much, Tony, once again for allowing us this opportunity to talk. And did you want to say anything else to our listeners before we close this episode?
Live life for you, not for anybody else.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Let's Be Real. Until next time, be kind, show love, expect nothing, but appreciate everything. Cassandra.baker@yahoo.com. Experience Strength and Hope on Tony DeMere Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. 785-307-4662.